eCapitol News Director Sean Ashley joins us to discuss the latest news from the state capitol. Sean, thanks for joining us.
You're very welcome.
A new proposed rule by the Ethics Commission is upsetting a conservative think tank that's labeling it a return to Jim Crow. What's that about?
Yes, the Ethics Commission has proposed what is called the indirect lobbying rule. What this looks to do is to address groups who encourage other individuals to speak to legislators on the group's behalf. Representative Melody Blancett brought this to the Commission's attention several months ago, and they've been working on developing a rule since then. The Oklahoma Council of Public Affairs, its president, Jonathan Small in particular, have taken exception to this proposal, saying that it would cause groups to have to expose their membership list as well as their supporters, and that's why they oppose it. Yeah. They're not the only ones. A number of other groups have come out against the proposal, and right now the Ethics Commission is working to see if it can fine-tune its language to balance the issue of disclosure and transparency with free speech and freedom of association.
Now, Speaker McCall has named some chair and vice chairs of the various House committees, but he also made some changes to those committees. Can you explain what happened there?
Yeah, this is not unusual. Every couple of years, we often see some of the committees get juggled around. And in this case, what he did was to eliminate 4 committees, but then to create 4 new committees. He got rid of, for example, of the Banking and Business Committee, but then he created the Banking, Financial Services, and Pensions Committee. He got rid of General Government Oversight and Accountability, as well as the Government Modernization Committee, and created the Government Efficiency Committee. This happens every few years. We saw on the Senate side earlier this year, Senate President Pro Tem designate Greg Treat took the Senate Subcommittee on Finance and made it a full standing committee. So this happens from time to time, and hopefully for them, it will expedite the committee process when the legislative session begins.
Now, just quickly, Governor Stitt has tapped a former state senator for a new job. What's involved with that job?
Yes, Senator Mike Mazzei was tapped to be Secretary of Budget for Governor-elect Stitt. Governor-elect Stitt has decided to divide up some of his cabinet positions. Normally, there was the Secretary of Finance, Administration, and Information Technology. What he's done is to break that down into the Budget Secretary, which former Senator Mazzei will fill. Then he's looking at a Secretary of Agency Accountability and a Secretary of Digital Innovation, which will probably oversee the Office of Management and Enterprise Services.
Sean Ashley with eCapitol News, thanks for joining us.
You're very welcome. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.